What's going on here? Come on, do comedy, do the thing, do the Dave intro. Come on.
Move this man!
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
That one was him.
That one was T. That one was T. I'm way too
and he's muted.
Right now. He is muted. So that gives me the opportunity to say it is Thursday night. It's 9 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time, on the Figure Action YouTube channel. If you're watching us here live on YouTube, make sure you pop into that live chat we've got over there. We've already got a bunch of cool folks hanging out with us tonight. A lot of familiar faces in here. So if you're watching us, make sure you pop in there, leave a comment. We'll be highlighting your conversation pieces, your comments all throughout the course of the show, interacting with you beautiful people. And while you're at it, Kielbasa, slam that like button. If you're not already subscribed, ring that notification bell. I think he's doing something for the hard of hearing over there. And click the link in the description below where you can check out our Teespring store, where you can get some of the best priced podcasting merch out there. You're going to look good, you're going to feel good, and you're going to help out our channel. And we'll be giving away a Figure Action t-shirt in the coming weeks here. Still waiting on that sound wave, so I'm going to bundle those two together. Hopefully I'll have that sound wave by the weekend. Anyway. Did I get it all?
Nope.
He got it with the banner.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a lot of the cast here tonight. Matt will be joining us in a few here. He's running a little bit behind. I want to give a special shout out to our friend Sportimus. Sportimus, we hope you're feeling better, buddy. And he's going to be watching us over the weekend. So Sportimus, feel better, and we miss you, and we'll see you on the next show. Because, hey, if you're watching us and you're, what part of Nightwing and Him's legacy was he heckled Dave. We had Sportimus heckling Dave. So if you're in the chat, make sure you heckle Dave. And Effortlessly Random, thank you so much. I had a wonderful birthday. I think that's all. So you can get right into the how the hell are you? Did you get anything cool this week? We'll go. That's not clockwise. We'll go clockwise as we've been doing. Starting off with Trustarscreamer, the pantomime podcaster.
Well, you got to be a pantomime, because if you're an actual mime, then, people beat the hell out of you, because that's standard treatment to do for a mime.
Wait, what happened?
What happened?
There you go.
I didn't touch anything. My hands are over here, so obviously I didn't touch any buttons here. Which, by the way, think about this. Imagine if you could actually have a power and you could turn yourself invisible. How cool would it be to beat the hell out of a mime? Because people would think that guy is putting on the performance of a lifetime. But it's been a hell of a week right now. I've just been exhausted from work. I don't know. Things are just weird right now. I don't want to get into. But I got some stuff. I did get some stuff. T-Man is on, because T-Man has his own Amazon shop, which you should all
Amazon shop.
Yeah. Anyway, we should all bookmark T-Man's Amazon storefront, because that way it helps his channel out. So of course I put the Spider-Man Retro Wave on order. So I actually have now 2 shockers, because I plan on doing a black wash on one of them to see how well it works. And in case I screwed it up, I picked up the second one. I've got the Ben Reilly, which I've been very excited for. I do have the Armored Spider-Man, which comes with more of these web effects, which will be great for photography. And I got Hammerhead. So apparently they just could not slip the symbiote Spider-Man in with the rest of this case. Go freaking figure. Also, oh boy, this guy's big. I got me a big giant robot gorilla,
Hell yeah.
which looks abso-freaking. This is the McFarlane that got me back into McFarlane, which I think I'm slowly going to be slowing down on the DC stuff. But dude, it's a giant cybernetic gorilla. What more
You know what
do
this
you
calls
need
for.
in life? Yeah.
He
And
can't slow down. He's on a winning streak.
well, I said I ordered effortlessly. I ordered mine on Amazon, so there might still be some there. I don't know. I just know Amazon hosed me on those McFarlane 40K things. I don't know how Matt got freaking one, but those Tyranids.
Mike Rogers has a question about
It's
your
available
shocker.
on Amazon right now.
Oh, go figures.
So
No, shut up. No, Mike.
but
And because I am part of the problem, I picked up Thalog.
very nice.
So
Chris Barnes says here he used the Tamiya paint line accent color brown on his shocker. It came out perfect as a heads up in case you wanted to try it.
Okay, I will keep an eye on that one. So I will then on a classic car that isn't worth a kidney. Well, dude, the Ben Riley one's a great one right there. It's on the,
But I think,
retro
I
body.
think he means, you know, like the standard Spider-Man design. I think they'll do one for that line where they've got.
One perfect. Actually, I think it
Yeah,
looks
but if
better
you
in
want a like traditional Spider-Man, I think that's what he's getting at.
So if that Tyranid's on there, I'll probably put it on there because I have them on order from Big Bad Toy Store, which you'd think that if Amazon had canceled your pre-order, that you'd be the first to offer, hey, it's back on order. Go figure. That would make sense. Why am I doing jazz hands? I don't know.
Jazz hands are fun.
Anyway, back to you, Zero.
All right. Well, next up, you know him, you love him, you've probably clicked on some of his videos. Mr. T-Man 978. How the hell are you? And what cool things did you acquire?
I am okay, I guess. But what did I get? Best Transformer of the year.
Oh no.
What are these things called? Transformers Authentics Berkeley.
Authentically mediocre.
Yeah. Posability wise, it's decent.
I just love how on the windshield it looks like he has eyes, and I can't unsee it.
Unsee it, yeah.
Yep.
He just looks like
ours.
Yeah.
Oh my light. Come on. Oh well. You get the picture. I picked this up. Bo-Katan and the vintage collection.
I saw that. Man, the face paint on that looks, and the face sculpt and the face paint look amazing for that style.
Yeah. This is like a shrunk down Black Series, like in every sense of the word. The face is perfect. It looks just as good as the big one. And she has all the same articulation as the big one. Maybe the bigger one has a joint at the base of the neck, but she still has a double ball post at the top.
Yeah.
And you take the whole head off, and the dumbbell joint stays at the bottom of it, and you just pop it back into the neck.
The Black Series one has the G.I. Joe style neck.
Yeah. Because it was cheap. I got Kingo finally. The guy you never see at Target. I don't know what Target has against him.
I like how his effects piece is like the prostate exam of doom.
Yeah. I got another one of these guys.
I need to get like the DJ Khaled thing for when we're troop building.
Oh yeah, I got I got a Funko Pop of him. But tonight, because Kevin Womack showed me that he found it at Walmart, I went to Walmart after a long trip and just knowing I wasn't gonna find anything till I got there. I found Metal Mouth from Fortnite Victory Royale series. I just filmed the review before I got here. Bush Ranger, which I used to call the Hedgehog guy.
That looks nothing like Ron Jeremy.
You stole my joke.
I used that joke earlier this week.
Touche.
Ragby, and Funk Ups, baby. He's funky. And I get that stereo right. I mean, that boombox right there, so I can do that whole boombox emote thing. Stop stealing my spotlight, Matt. And
Okay, boomboxes. Listen, that's just a stereotype.
oh yeah. I get it now. And thanks to G Tony, loyal, faithful, loving subscriber. I got this guy, and I got a review up if you want to see my opinions on it.
I like how he's got the Sagat homage to him because the original didn't have the eye patch or the scar across his chest like Sagat.
Yes, he did. I said he did, so he did.
Yes, I'm being an ass.
But yeah, I would give opinions on this stuff, but I want you to watch my channel, so do that.
There, 27
Link's gonna
says
go
Funk Ops looks like Snoop Dogg mixed with Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going for. No, it's mostly Bootsy Collins, to be honest. This skin has a long face. They updated their retros, their default skins to look different, I guess, and more modern. So the black guy doesn't even look like this anymore. But that's it.
All right. Well, next up, a man that forms parts. Matt, you're looking pretty sharp.
You could have thrown everybody off if you went to anybody else, or am I the last one besides you?
You're the last one besides me, but
so it was only a surprise to me.
It was. Well, how are you? And what cool things did you get this week?
I'm fairly well. I worked out today. I arranged it today at work, so I got a lot of my work for tomorrow done because I plan on going into work tomorrow and watching as much of the new Cuphead show as I possibly can while I'm there, because there's nothing like getting paid to watch TV shows. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So what am I talking about? Cuphead comes out on Netflix tomorrow, and I'm excited because I like the game and it's got good reviews for the series. So looking forward to that.
I'm surprised Apple didn't get it. They could have called it iCup.
Boom. Anyway, so I did get from Amazon. This is my only pickup this week because I've had a few heavy weeks. Needed to scale it back some. But this is the McFarlane Warhammer 40K Gene Simmons. So looking very good. He's quite articulated. He does have a bit of a penis, but it's fine.
They're actually called they're called Gene Stealers, which makes it that much funnier.
I know that was the joke.
Oh, that was the joke.
I think he needs lotion.
So yeah, that's all I got. He's good for $20. Christ, yeah, pick him up because you can't get this much plastic and this much articulation for $20 anymore. You just can't. So totally worth it. He's got good paint apps. Do it. And if T is really good at his job, he's already got a T Amazon link ready for you guys. He's a bit bright and needs a wash. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. There are some details, especially along his back spine, that looks like it could be picked out a little bit better with a good black wash. So might be something I try. Again, because he's only $20 and Amazon has them in stock. So if I fuck it up, I'll get another one.
Each arm has the same articulation, right?
Say that again.
Each arm has the same articulation, right?
Yes. And fun fact, the elbows, I pointed this out to the guys, are SH Figure Art style with the center bar and then the two bars coming in from each arm. That's exactly the same way they do their Dragon Ball figures. So works out pretty well. Gets a good range. But he's got one tooth. Look, that one tooth just never came in right. I think he missed one dentist appointment where he probably should have had that pulled.
Or he's got his own reality show on TLC.
I don't get it.
Oh man, you haven't watched TLC in a while.
No.
That's me too. Put me in that category. I haven't watched.
All I'll say is, if you see 1,000-pound sisters, good lord.
Remember you
You know, I'm
learned
not
stuff-
gonna, Zero. I would never kink shame, but for shame.
Remember they were called the Learning Channel?
That's
And
what I said.
you
Now,
don't do
now it's like terrible lifestyle channel.
that.
And I still have this rogue, which is awesome. Jordan, tell me, sir, how are you?
I thought you'd never ask.
I wasn't going to, but you look so sad.
I did.
Too.
I was in a glass case of figure
Shame.
action background emotion. I'm doing pretty well. Week went by fast. Looking forward to playing some Horizon tomorrow. That comes out. So, and maybe if the guy at the local GameStop isn't a douche, I'll be able to make my PlayStation 5 red or black. I haven't decided yet. So there's that. Hey, new game stuff. I feel like I need to do like
Red.
some game discussions. Yeah, I'm torn between it. Like red's unique. I was talking to Lex about it. She's like, "Didn't you want the purple?" I said, "Yeah, I kind of want the purple, but I don't know. I don't think the purple's out right away. So
Get red and black.
we shall see."
I assume we're talking about PlayStation 5 skins or
Yes,
plates. Yeah,
the
okay.
plates.
Gotcha.
So looking forward to that. And then in terms of action figures, it was a very light week for me. I got a figure that has made the news for, not my finding of it made the news, but it just turned up. And funny enough, Matt actually found this figure and then didn't realize that it was new. But this is the Core Class Kingdom Hot Rod, and wow, this is a piece of trash. Just as I'm talking, like, so why is it trash? Well, first, see, oh, look at that. The knees do not lock in. I had to use Kiki on the ball joints to actually make them stable, because they were very wobbly out of the box. But yeah, these knees don't lock in at all. And it's weird because here on the arms, it's probably gonna be hard to see because my green screen, there's a little tab right here that tabs in and holds this together really secure for the car mode. They could have just put a tab on the inside of the knee and it would have just gone in perfectly. It would have been fine. Also, the sword is just dumb. You can take the little arm pods that come with or not arm pods, the rear leg guns or missiles or whatever that come with the Studio Series Ravage, and he holds them just fine. It would have been nice if he came with a couple of guns. Another thing that's really weird is, like, everybody's seen, like, the back of the head's hollow. His whole back is hollow, and you can actually take his spoiler off. The spoiler can be a shield or whatever. It has that whole play pattern gimmick with the sword, right? And you can actually plug the spoiler onto the back, provided you can see it, because my green screen likes to do yellow stuff sometimes. And oh, hey, from the front it looks better because it's raised, but then the side becomes a big gappy mess and it doesn't hold together at all. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And why would you want to put the spoiler on the back part? Well, aside from the fact it raises it up, you can't move his arms forward without bumping the spoiler if you have it where it holds everything together. So this thing's just a piece of shit. If you really want a core class hot rod, I mean, he looks nice. The transformation, actually, I will say, is pretty cool because he transforms a lot like the core class. I'm not sorry, the old RID Viacon, where like this whole section unfolds and becomes like the front of the car. That's neat, but just the execution is just terrible. It doesn't hold together. It's not fun to mess with. It just could have been way better. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time breaking your neck to find this thing. Don't go out of your way to get one. It sucks. And I just daved it.
What does that mean?
Also, what's that?
What do you mean by you just daved it?
I threw it over my green screen.
Ouch.
So, yeah. Also, I got the Spartan Uri from the Halo Spartan collection. Is that what it's called? I've been just getting the characters from the game primarily. This is not this is an armor core for multiplayer, and the only reason I got this one, aside from the fact it looks cool, this is one of the armor cores I actually use in the game. So that'll go on my video game shelf when I get it back up and running. But yeah, very light week for me. And that's all I got. So I guess we can go from here and get into Sue's. Inu Tavi says my wife watches all the 90 Day Fiance shows.
Christ, how many are
we
there?
do too. There's a lot of them. Actually, we have been watching the spin-off ones where they do like some of the couples get their own shows, and I refuse to watch the David and Annie one because fuck those people. There's only so much train wreck you can take before it's like I'm gonna go do. We're not having quality time over this right now.
What channel does 600-pound wife come on?
TLC. Basically, if it's a show about horrible people, it's gonna be on TLC.
We need James Cameron to go to the ocean and raise the bar.
We do need that. Oh, you know what? Going back to my birthday weekend, we saw Jackass Forever, and that was fantastic. So if you're a fan of the Jackass movies, you want a good laugh. If you never want to look at pogo sticks the same way again, go see Jackass Forever. You'll have a good time.
Cool.
Well, hey, that's a great segue. Talking about movies, let's get into some TV and movies this week, shall we? Let's.
This weekend, TVs and movies.
Well, we actually have a new Transformers series coming up, and this one surprisingly is not going to be on Cartoon Network. It's not going to be on Netflix. It's not going to be on the Hub. We've got Transformers EarthSpark. Did you guys watch the little snippet for this?
Sure did.
Yes.
That's the teaseriest of trailers.
It is. It is a very like old school, epilepsy inducing. Here's all the stuff, but we're not going to tell you much of anything. So
luckily we had people on TFW who did screenshots.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, but like when I was trying to look at the the glimpse of Bumblebee they give, I was having difficulty actually pausing on that. It was that
was like a core class Prime.
Well, this to me looks a lot like an amalgamation of kind of everything. It looks like the stuff we saw for Prime. It looks like Cyberverse. It looks like
the mobile game.
Yeah, it looks like all that. This looks like Evergreen the show. What's interesting is Nick Roche actually worked or helped work on these designs, so I'm kind of curious, to see how they work. To me, again, like I'm gonna give again. We're not gonna play it with audio. It's so short. I don't think we'll get in trouble for it. This is legitimately all you see. You get 2 new kids, some new Transformers, which I appreciate. We're getting Prime, Elita 1, and Bumblebee. And we'll go through the screenshots here. Get this robot, don't know what its name is. One's like this drone, and the other one is a motorcycle. I'm not sure how well these are going to translate to toy form. Of course, you get the new kids here. It looks like the mom's a park ranger. We don't get much about what's going on in the show other than it's a family that's working with the Transformers somehow.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, where have we seen that before?
It looks like she's a security guard somewhere, and her kids probably was at her job or near her job, and they bumped into the Transformer.
I would say first museum security guard, but that looks like a park ranger patch on her arm.
Right.
Yeah.
But is this enough kick forward for you, Matt?
Not for $20.
It has a real ab crunch under here.
Oh no, he's 22, isn't he?
Yeah, $22.99 or $22.97 at Walmart.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gonna. I'll get him on discount. Thank you.
Now, is he in is he in the this new Transformer show, T-Man?
He may be. He's
right
behind the kid. Yeah,
the little boy.
Like, buy all these Hasbro toys.
Okay, I'm just saying. Let's.
What else we got?
Re-rail.
Okay. So we got Alita 1 and we have Prime. Interesting, Alita 1's got some big ass wheels on her back. And then, of course, Prime has the wheels inside of him, kind of like Earthrise. And then we get a look at the two new kids. Again, they're unnamed.
If you go back, we see Prime's got a T pointed this out that the Autobot logo is some kind of strange. It's like an Autobot logo in a tree.
I think it might be
a
the
maximal
Prime
symbol without the ears.
Well, if you look in where like the mouth kind of is, you can see the Autobot insignia there.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this is like his designation as a Prime. And to
Okay.
be honest, what I'm hoping is that like Prime and Alita 1, you know, they kind of like take a back seat. Like they show up sometimes, but we get new characters here.
If it's Peter Cullen, he will.
Yeah. No idea what this character is.
Yeah, that's
maybe-
kind of weird that it was like a blue drone that transformed into a red drone. Like it was like a blue character that transforms
No,
into
that's
a
a
red drone.
separate character.
No,
I'm
in
wondering
the
if
scene it happens. He transforms.
wondering-
No, there's the red drone.
I know, but when you watch the trend,
So-
we played the video. It looked like it transformed into it.
But what I'm wondering is this where it takes its form? Because I think this is the motorcycle character.
Yeah.
And see, like it's got like all these blue orbs on it. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if those blue orbs are basically like their quote unquote protoform mold. Because
Right.
like there's some similarities here between this character. Like you can see like the head crest and the face. You go back over here, and it's got like the same
Yeah.
helmet shape. So I'm wondering if like this is itself like taking its alt mode. Like kind of like what they did in the Bay movies where they could
Mhm.
just
I think it is because it has those little cylindrical things on his back.
yeah.
So it looks like he's about to fall, and then he turned into a helicopter.
Because like this character here, I definitely think is the same one that's here.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what I was
that's
thinking
like a
too.
protoform.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a protoform.
RC
so-
or Prowl maybe, unless they're going
Yeah.
for a new direction.
I legitimately hope it's new characters. I mean, you think back to like animated, they introduced Bulkhead and
The hell is that spider?
Scraplets, maybe. You know, give Alita 1 some time. Like, you know, Bumblebee, I just hope he's not mute.
I'm
kidding
thinking one of those little ones are going to be mute.
Yeah.
because everyone loves the mute little character.
Not for nothing, but they show a still of a human actually holding a gun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a laser pistol, but still a gun. Still
That's the mom.
interesting.
Prime's face looks a little derpy here. but-
So this is not going to be a DC property.
and this is being touted as kind of an action comedy, so we'll see.
I'm
Initially,
okay with that. Animated was sort of like that, and it worked.
yeah.
And that's the thing. I have to give every show a try because animated proved us wrong. I mean, again, just to go back to God, I don't know when that came out, 2008, 2009, or 2008, 2007. How much were we bitching about those chins on animated
I think
when that
everybody
first
was.
came out?
I want to shout out to a new arrival here. Oh, they blocked it. We had a Russian bot. I was going to put it up on the screen.
Sorry, I just don't I blocked them.
You did before I got.
I
a
thought
chance
you were
to put
talking
it-
about Joe.
Nah, fuck Joe. I was talking about the Russians. We were invaded by the. We were like Ukraine. We were invaded by the Russians.
He's
Allegedly.
not Russian.
That's not funny. It's all
Matt,
funny.
you did not adopt a Ukrainian girl to save her life, now did you?
$1 a day.
No, it costs more than that. Believe me.
All right, the show looks good, promising.
You can't get Starbucks for $1 a day.
Love
You're sure going to keep a woman happy for $1 a day.
Again, 3 things of ramen and
So yeah, the fact that this is on Nickelodeon, the fact that the Ninja Turtle show on Nickelodeon works so well, gives hope. There's some hope here.
yeah. I also the one thing I can say about it is we haven't seen anything, but it at least looks like it'll have character, which the Netflix series did not.
Right.
Mhm.
I also Joe was moving around there a minute ago, like he was in like the third Blair Witch Project, like just shaking the camera like he's running from something.
Now I was looking around because I just realized like I don't have my tripod here, so now I'm just like awkwardly holding my phone in front of me.
Well, let's
I don't-
let's
I don't know
envision
what
you
to
here.
do.
Tell us, how are you? have you got any cool acquisitions lately? I mean, is that the new
You got
house?
drywall.
No, this is not. This is the same house, same rental house. Yeah, my new acquisitions are drywall in my house. Stucco.
Sweet.
There are boxes of stucco mix in the front yard and a bunch of trim boards. So that's my exciting acquisitions. You can't do any like the posability kind of sucks. It's kind of messy. Doesn't come with like hardly any accessories. The paint is like pretty shitty, non-existent really.
Put some kiki on those door hinges.
Yeah, so
now I just want
there's
to
a
point
lot
out that
to these. There's like some assembly required. It's kind of like a model kit.
We're primarily Transformer collectors. You could literally grab anything in the room and be like, "Hey, this is a new third party company that made this."
Check out this.
Yeah,
this awesome lighthouse lamp.
Yeah, Lampatron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law would love that.
Now I can't get the lamp back where it was.
Do older ladies like lighthouses just because they're so phallic? I've often wondered that.
I'm not sure what the whole lighthouse thing is because we got this lighthouse lamp, and then my wife bought these like lamps that are like plain, and you have to like paint it and everything, and she painted it like a lighthouse. So she must really have a thing for lighthouses.
Have you ever seen like and I didn't realize how phallic lighthouses were until I saw lighthouse gummies.
Lighthouse gummies.
Lighthouse gummies. These either are or were.
I'm not gonna kink shame, but dude, for shame.
You are leaning into.
Oh.
So Matt, how you doing?
Please.
There's just so many words.
And Matt wants to know if you can embiggen those.
Hey,
I think if you put them in the microwave, it probably will.
Matt's sending those as a gift.
Yeah.
give them to someone you love.
Just thinking that.
Just give them a tip, make it shine.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy lighthouse gummy.
Send me a link.
Look, it's red.
So,
you can
robots in disguise. What?
Maybe it's like those things we used to get when we were kids. You'd put it in the water, a little pill thing. You put it in the water and it'd grow.
What's up with those wacky Transformers?
Oh yeah, we'll go back to them. Yeah. So EarthSpark. I believe this is coming out. Is this next year?
Love you, bro.
This year.
My dear God.
I'm not sure if the press release says.
I'm going to give the show. I have
Fall.
to give the show a shot. Plain and simple.
Fall
I have
this
to
year.
give the show a shot.
All right, Toy Mafia. All right, so that's not our only show. So we had a lot of complaints about Netflix, and the Netflix Transformers, and going back to like what I said, like when they announced the action comedy, I thought it was going to be this. So there is another Transformer show coming out next month, and that's the BotBots show. Really, all we have to go off of it is this picture.
Is it made by the people who did Big Mouth?
It looks like Teen Titans Go to me.
It looks horrendous.
I'm expecting Teen Titans Go. I'm expecting them to be living in a house. I expect it to be a carbon copy of Teen Titans Go.
Is that going to be Netflix?
That is Netflix.
I believe they're going to be like 6-minute shorts or something.
Well, they're supposed to be like, I think 10-minute shorts, like Teen Titans.
Yeah.
But I like the BotBots toy line. We got Deluxe Baldwin in here. We're being graced by an E-celebrity, everybody. But where have BotBots been if they're coming out with a TV show?
At Ross.
Yeah, right. They're now all at Ross. Like, I thought they were a cool concept. I thought that they were. I mean, the biggest problem with BotBots was that they got stolen all the time. I don't know if you guys saw that. And then, of course, they were kind of packed in a way that, if you bought a pack, you're going to be stuck with doubles. Maybe that's
Five Below too.
Five Below, yeah. But where are these in Walmart and Target if they're coming out with a TV show? It just seems like a really missed opportunity. And this is like common for Hasbro. So if we go back over here, I've mentioned numerous times, kids are digging this new Masters of the Universe toy line. I swear, it's like every time I'm in the toy aisle and there's a parent with kids, they're after two things: this new Masters of the Universe and the retro throwback Ghostbusters toys.
I
Like
am
they
happy
came
for
out.
Mattel on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Mattel's making a comeback in the toy aisle. Now their illegal team can go eat a bag of dicks, but
Or a bag of Lighthouse gummies.
or a bag of Lighthouse gummies.
Boom. Dave, we got to talk about that thing you put in the chat, because I'm not even a big fan, and I am just stressing not to pull the
Put that in
trigger.
there. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let me pull that up. Let me see what we got in here.
No,
We'll
you
get
keep
to that.
talking about
It doesn't
stuff
fit
here.
in
No,
here.
I wanted to see where it fit into the course of our news. Well, the last thing we've got for Transformers movies and TV, this one was announced. Now, Paramount apparently had a big presser the other day, and they made an announcement about Transformers movies. Rise of the Beasts, we don't have an actual date for it. I'm not even sure it's a sequel to the Bumblebee movie anymore, but it's apparently it's the first part of a new trilogy, and it's going to be coming out next year. They mentioned the Nickelodeon series in the fall, and 2024 is going to be the animated movie, which we don't know much about, though we did hear that the former Pixar. What's that?
Prime will die.
Prime will die. It's supposed to be a prequel, and Josh Cooley, who's a former Pixar guy, is supposed to be working on it. So I don't know where that's going to take place in the timeline. Maybe that'll be a prequel to this Rise of the Beasts universe that they're doing. I don't know. To me, Rise of the Beast sounds like it's going to be way too busy with 5 factions of Transformers and trying to shoehorn in human characters that nobody's going to give a damn about, probably.
I just wish they'd spend more time with the human characters is the problem.
Really?
Yeah, they don't give enough. Like, we're not there for the robots. We're there to see. Yeah. We're there to see the the relationship.
They don't have enough teenage angst. Or young teens with action. Daddy issues maybe.
I need more dog thumping. That's really what it comes down to.
Well, I mean, you had mass attention with daddy issues.
I mean, I'm sure I'm sure when they show the trailer for this, it's going to look like and again, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure when we see the trailer for this, it's going to look like a return to the Michael Bay stuff. And it's been really weird. I hear people reminisce really fondly about the Bay movies anymore.
When they were revealing the Studio Series figures on the live stream, I saw a shocking amount of people in the comments saying, "Bring back Bayverse figures in Studio Series." And I don't know what drugs are distributed in the comment section to those people, but you're right. There's some people that's their Transformers, and they can be wrong if they want to.
Deluxe says, "This is Schrodinger's Baldwin here. If you don't like the movies, don't watch them. But we all know you will." So it's like the thing that sucks is I'm going to see Rise of the Beast no matter what. It's Transformers. I want to see what it's all about. I want to give it a chance. I want to be wrong. Like when Bumblebee came out, I mean, I think we were thinking like Bumblebee looks like it's pretty good. We didn't know what it was supposed to be because some people were saying it was a prequel to the Bay movies. Other people were saying it's its own thing.
Well, you say people, like the fucking directors and producers were saying that they were
right.
They were counterpoint to each other. They were both saying totally opposite things.
Right. You had that guy.
I think this time around, I'm not going to be like day one waiting in line.
Oh God, no.
I'll let some of you guys see it first, and then I'll probably decide what I want to do.
You might not have to be waiting in any line because they also put a hashtag Paramount Plus here. So.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, if I can get it, because I'm probably already going to be subscribed to that because of Star Trek. And then I'll just watch it on there.
Yeah,
and I'm going to use Joe's passcode so I can watch it because I watched. I watched last night on a pirated edition, and I still wanted my money back.
I really don't want to have to subscribe to Paramount Plus. They mentioned that Beavis and Butthead is going to be exclusive there. They're doing the King of the Hill revival, which I've heard rumblings. I guess Viacom's about to kill Comedy Central because apparently season 27 of South Park is going to be exclusive to Paramount Plus. So moving forward, and they've renewed South Park for, I believe, 31 seasons. To be honest, there. And
I mean,
but
That's not
the
too
good thing
bad
is
for a
you
Christmas
can
card.
you can subscribe to it for a month and then turn it off. You know.
So, according to Michael Rogers, they're going to de-age and de-Machine Gun Kelly Megan Fox to bring her back to the movies. So that's cool. I like that.
Speaking of Megan Fox, one of my favorite parts of Jackass Forever was seeing Machine Gun Kelly get the shit smacked out of him.
I don't even know what a Machine Gun Kelly is. So
you don't want to know.
It's a guy who tried. He was a rapper who tried to diss Eminem, and it failed so bad he went to pop music.
Yes.
And now he's dating Megan Fox, or they're married. Yeah. I can't remember.
Well, he's doing pretty well for himself then.
I mean, she's not the cat. I'd fuck her. Whatever. What's next?
An exclusive list.
All right. Well, what's next is an interesting one. We talk about toilers much. We don't normally talk about these Cyberverse figures, but this one's an interesting one because we all know Rise of the Beast got delayed because of COVID and all that's, all the rigmarole. Well, it looks like they're doing a early release of a Rise of the Beast toy in the Cyberverse line. So we all know what the aesthetic for Cyberverse Adventures is, but this ain't Cyberverse Adventures. This looks like the new movie Prime. So I thought it was interesting to highlight here. We've seen the truck. He looks like a garbage truck.
He looks like he looks like that should be Bulkhead.
Well, funny enough, there are some people that said that Legacy Bulkhead was rumored to have been a retool of this Prime. So I'm curious, and every time there's a new Transformers movie, we always end up getting the concept art as our figures.
I don't know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of the Beast Hunters Prime.
It does. It's that whole front of the truck, and he wasn't a garbage truck, but whatever he was.
He was actually based off a vehicle from Mask. Like literally the Mobile Assault Strategic Command. That's what
the Beast Hunters thing is probably on purpose because that's what they look like in the movie. Like they're hunting Beast or the evil Decepticon people or non-Decepticon people. Whatever they are.
Well, anyway.
Well, next up, we get an interesting tease from a newer third-party company.
Smash Changer Optimus Prime. It's from the Dinobots Unite line. So I'm just looking at the
Yeah. But
anyway.
The aesthetic of this just does not match the Cyberverse stuff. Next up, we get a third-party offering from new company Bingo Toys that we don't have any actual pictures here, but they are doing Wind Girl. Now, I want to say something about this company. I did not hear anything bad about them. I know Deluxe, he's in the chat. He reviewed their Laser Man, and I'm going to say it. Like, Emgo likes some toys. I trust Emgo a bit, but there's one master reviewer who's very negative who reviewed the figure, and now all of a sudden everybody thinks Bingo Toys is trash. Why? I'm curious to see what they do with this. I've been saying that we need like kind of an MP scale Windblade for a while, and I don't know. Just I think if they're gonna do like I think what this company's trying to do is 3A, 3.0, and Flame Toys styled figures that transform, and that's the vibe I'm getting from this.
Winston, hi.
I haven't been hands-on. It definitely looks like it will, and the vibe, like I said, the vibe I get from this company, and 3A, 3.0, the reason they don't make transforming figures is because same thing with Flames Toys, they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to have the license and make transforming figures.
But they did such a good job with that Shockwave. It was one of those figures that that looked like it shouldn't transform. That looked like it was
Right.
just a posable, non-transforming figure, and then all of a sudden
It has like a gun mode.
transformed.
I'm just saying, like,
Engage.
I think that the thing that bothers me is that, like, one guy doesn't like it, and all of a sudden everybody's got this bias about a figure.
Yeah, but who gives a shit? I mean, if it's a good figure, buy it, and you like
exactly.
it. Who gives a shit? Watch the reviewers you agree with, and and subscribe to Team 978.
Watch the review and make your own opinions too.
Yeah, because it ends up the stuff that gets complained about that that reviewers drag down on may or may not matter to you. So, like, certain reviewers go on about paint. I like paint, but I think there's a time when there's not to have paint.
I'm right there with you. That's why MMC is my favorite third-party company, because I'm not worried about chipping paint when I'm manipulating the figures.
And I'll give you that one. I'll absolutely give you that one.
But I also agree that well-done paint, it does make all the difference in a figure. I absolutely agree with that too.
Let's put it this way. I don't blindly follow a reviewer because I have one Fans Toys in my entire collection, and that's Quakewave, and I haven't bought another one since.
Well, Quakewave also doesn't have the paint.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was talking to Cobra Clan through text, and he's like, "Hey, did you get the new Tesla?" I said, "Absolutely." He's like, "Did you transform it yet?" And I said, "Nope," because I didn't either. He said, "Are you afraid of chipping paint?" And I said, "Yep."
Honestly, can't tell him that.
The paint on your Tesla?
What's that?
I was asking Joe if he chipped the paint on his Tesla.
Definitely. That's no joke. Like it looks like my car has been through like a tornado down here.
It's all the salt water.
No, it's like I don't know if people just drive down the road down here and just throw rocks out their windows. But that's pretty much what my daily drive is like. It's just constant rock. I got rock chips, broken windshield, everything.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
All right.
So I can't chat, which is really weird because I'm like, I guess when you're like a guest through Safari on Apple, you get like no rights.
I had no problem when I was doing this on Android.
So I can't chat to anybody, but
yeah, I can't see the actual chat besides us talking to each other in the little chat option.
Sorry, guys. You guys were all catching the background stuff. I know. The behind the scenes. Okay, what's next? What's next?
All right. So you guys remember Hearts of Steel?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah. It's one of my favorite.
That is actually Hearts of Steel is where Mastermind Creations started from.
Yep.
Mechanic Studios is bringing it back. We have no idea what scale it is, but they're kicking it off with the Insecticon train, and
that has me excited.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I hope it's chug scale. I hope that a company just kind of picks up where MMC left off.
If it's the same scale of MMC, like if they like copied their track and went there, I'll be all over that.
So
I'll have to break out that miniseries again. I don't remember the Insecticons even being in it.
Briefly, they were very briefly into it, and they were so much of the characters in there were just cameos. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Scourge was a Zeppelin for no reason whatsoever. We had I mean, there was just some shit that was like, it was a cool concept, and I wish they did more.
Yep, steampunk meets Transformers.
I mean, MMC made 2 Primes, and Prime really didn't do a damn thing in that series.
I think the last time we saw a Heart of Steel figure was that Bumblebee they did, or that Hot Soldiers did, and then they didn't really do anything else.
Yeah, Joe, you got that, didn't you? You got that for your kid.
Yeah, yep, I got that. I actually kind of gave that to my son, and he promptly just kind of looked at it and went, "I don't want this." But it's somewhere.
I thought this figure looked really cool. I never got around to getting it. But I would love to see if they're doing chug scale. I hope that they go and read and it was early MMC, so the sculpts weren't exactly there. But I'd
And
love
they
to
were a
see
little
somebody.
fragile too.
It was the
Yeah.
very first MMC. That's what.
Yes. But I'd love to see them redo like the Optimus Prime train. I'd like to get that. I never got that.
I have the Nemesis Prime of that.
I think you can still get the Shattered Glass one from someplace. Like I think BBTS still has
Where
it.
is mine? I've got my right.
I got my
there.
Star.
You can't see it, but my Starscream's right up there on my shelf.
Yeah, I have all 3 Seekers because at the time that's when I was a complete Seeker freak. He's a Seeker freak, he's Seeker freaky.
Oh, I already used Boo This Man once tonight.
Yes, you did, and you would.
But yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm keeping an eye on these. If they are, if they fit my collection, I will be in.
Good deal. And then down here somebody's got a thread with all the art. Here's the Insecticons.
Gotcha.
And how they look in there. Then those look pretty cool. To be honest.
I haven't owned any of them, and I shall continue that trend.
There's Zeppelin Scourge too for anybody that's interested. So
for no reason whatsoever.
It kind of makes sense. The lower half of the Zeppelin is Scourge's design, just with the blimp on it.
Oh, no, it is. But it's like whoever read that was like they looked at Transformers, but didn't actually like read Transformers of.
They wanted him to be something flying from the time.
Yeah, I get it.
Right, but I'm just saying, Scourge didn't.
He's a flying boat, a airboat.
Yeah.
All right. So we covered this last week.
So Haya makes those alien figures, right?
They do, and Predator.
And Justice too.
They're 1/18th scale.
And they're I see them frequently in GameStop, do I not? Those are the Haya figures. Yeah. Okay. I know which ones we're talking about.
So they're called exquisite minis, and they're 4-inch figures. No images, no pricing yet, but they made their official announcement. There was a tease that we covered.
It's gonna be like $25 probably.
More than likely, though, they might have the accessories to back that up.
I know, but I could buy a classified figure for the same price with the accessories.
That's true.
Matt, how big are the Joy Toy soldiers, the little figures?
1/25th scale.
1/25th. Like how tall is that in inches?
Under 2 inches.
Yeah. Let me tell you what. Let me go.
Wait, aren't they the same size?
Matt, go whip out your Joy Toy.
I'll go whip out my Joy Toy and get a comparison. So let me pull my dick out.
Well, while Matt's whipping out his Joy Toy, I want to cover this because it's like we've seen Jada toys quite a bit. They have their Hollywood rides, and these are officially licensed. Jada toys, from what I've seen, all their vehicles are actually really affordable. And, they've got rubber tires, they've got die cast, they're well painted, they've got a Hasbro license. I just kind of wonder, why won't Hasbro just license out their vehicles for G.I. Joe to another company if they're not going to make them themselves? Get them on the shelves. They're not responsible for the shelf space. They're just handling the license.
Jada is making that radio control car that you could stand a figure next to you and not put it in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Teeny tiny.
I like our hands on the head.
Yeah. So just about thigh height on a 1/12 scale figure.
Are they taller than Frostlight figure thingies? Art score?
All right, now you go whip out your little man and put it next to your Joy Toy.
You have to say like a Midwestern mother. Is that your little man?
118 and 125. I didn't know they had 2 scales.
They do, yeah.
Oh, they are taller than I remember.
Okay.
Huh.
And that
I will be. I'm going to acquire some Joy Toy.
I will say, Joe, you probably weren't you don't subscribe to the show, but I did get a 1/18th scale Joy Toy. I personally did not like it nearly as much as the 1/25th, and I returned it. So there you go.
Really? Okay. And
Yeah.
you're wrong. I do subscribe to the show. I just don't watch it.
Gotcha. Oh, so excited.
All right. So yeah, Hasbro, take our ideas. Take our ideas. Next up, this one should pique your interest. Mezco's Toy Fair 2022 reviews.
Missed it.
Yeah, the Toy Fair that didn't happen, but
I slept through it, literally. Or was at work. That looks interesting.
Pre-ordered.
no.
I got it.
So I'm not a Mezco collector. I know we got our resident Mezco nut, Kevin Womack, in the chat.
He
Dave,
didn't get this either.
No?
Mm-mm.
It looks, I mean, it's weird.
I was describing this to somebody as very Lovecraftian.
Well, yeah, but
Yes.
Cthulhu.
It's
Yeah,
very Lovecraftian.
He's like a mix. He's very much like Mezco's Doctor Strange. The way his because if you go on Mezco's any one of their socials, they have a trailer for this guy, and it's full animated. I mean, like stop motion. It's really well done, and it shows off all the accessories and what you're getting with it. Super cool figure. This is right up my alley. This is what I want Mezco for. So this is very much Kevin had said Doctor Strange and Constantine. That's dead on what this guy is.
Yeah. I was going to say we don't need Kevin because Matt is now the Mezco nut.
But he comes with a bunch of different swap out parts for. He can have the Cthulhu head, Cthulhu, however you say it. The tentacle arms. He's got a crab claw. He's got a crab claw hand that he can add on. He's got the trench coat, the magic effects just ripped right out of Doctor Strange. Flame effects. You take the turban off, and he's got a brain and an eyeball under his hat. It's really cool. It's very sci-fi, pulpy. Just the kind of thing Mezco is good for. And I'll tell you that it does piss some people off with Mezco because they churn out these Rumble Society figures so regularly, and they take forever with their officially licensed stuff. And obviously, that's
my Solomon Kane and Crow.
Right, for obvious reasons, right? I mean, because they don't have to pay, they don't have to get any approvals or pay anything for. They just crank them out. But this guy comes with 3 pages of accessories, which and that book is an actual book that opens and has pages.
Wow.
So I went in for him.
Comic one with it?
Yes, he's waitlisted right now. He's $95. So if you want him, get on the wait list. He sold out a lot faster than their last few releases for sure. But I'm excited for him. Maybe if I get him early enough, maybe I'll do a review.
So not to be left out, I think this is an original action figure line coming from Super 7. Have you guys seen this, The Worst?
Well, yeah, the Worst started out in their reaction for their reaction figures. And
yeah,
so
I was not, because I barely pay attention to the reaction figures. Like, I guess I must have missed these.
And so I mean, this would actually get me into some of the ultimates. This one's neat, but that other one, the Techno Reaper, is absolutely badass.
This is reminding me of like 4 Horsemen type stuff.
Kind of.
I was going to say Dark Souls.
I was going to say if 4 Horsemen did Visionaries.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is very Mythic Legions-esque.
Yeah, it's giving me Dark Souls vibe, and it's making me want to rage quit right now.
I've never played one of those types games. Never.
No, they're not fun.
You didn't play Force?
Yeah, your blood pressure. Well, thank you.
You didn't play Fallen Order, Matt?
I didn't play any of the Souls games, like the Dark Souls or.
Fallen Order is a Souls type game.
It's a Souls-like, yeah, but
yeah.
Freaking Breath of the Wild, when you first start, feels like a Souls game. As much as
you gotta play an actual Souls game, T. I think it's interesting here. He comes with a thermos and a bag, so I guess if you want to make it look like he's on a movie set.
Yeah, that's kind of random. I was just looking at that. Like, what is that? Some kind of like foghorn? But that's cool. I like that.
So this Techno Reaper. This reminds me of something that you would have seen in like Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh, this is they had that preview with the guy with the floppy disk in the back of his head. Okay, I do remember that preview.
I like the old Windows hourglass there,
That's
and the
cool.
Game Boy Color.
Is that from a movie or?
No,
I
these
remember
are-
a commercial where some robot was sticking a cassette or something in the back of his head.
I don't know. It reminds me a little bit of Saga. They have those TV head things. Which I don't know Saga. There's big Saga fans. If I piss somebody off, that I don't know anything about it. So whatever.
I read Saga. I know what you're talking about, but no.
That's where you stop talking, right? That's the end.
It looks like it reminds me like a Daft Punk thing.
Yeah. In Hobo with a Shotgun, there are these like techno punk characters. I can't remember what.
Yeah,
the Plague.
The Plague, yeah.
And kind of reminds me of that costume work a little bit, like especially when you get into I guess they don't have an up close of that one head here.
God damn, this shit doesn't come out till February of next year.
Oh, dude, shipping is a bitch right now.
Yeah,
I've got product right now that is 50 weeks out.
I think the thing is, if you want to like max out your pre-orders, you have to bump back the date.
Wow. So apparently, I was supposed to get pipes from TM Reviews, and according to the tracking, it was shipped here last week, and I never got it. Someone must have stole it from my house.
I forgot to mention, I won a Fans Toys rig from G Tony.
Dave, your tracking has it just straight up like dropped off and then gone.
Sony sent it that it arrived here on Friday at 4:16 on February 11th. I never saw that thing.
Nick has an extra one.
You talking about rig?
Yeah. Or at least he did earlier.
Oh well. Sony with TM Reviews. I don't know what the hell happened, but thank you.
Well, if you need a pipes still, I think my Target has one. I can hook you up. If I see it on the shelf, I'll pick it up. Next up.
See, it's funny because half of you are talking about Fans Toys Huffer, and the other half of you is actually talking about lights. So, kind of all over the place there. Anywho, Batman.
Batman, our boy Todd. I can use this. No, I'm not opening my wallet for these.
I like that Riddler figure, though. Of all of them, I like that Riddler figure. And the Eartha Kit.
Yeah,
I like the Eartha Kit. Yeah.
The sculpts on all of them are great. I mean, the Penguin looks great. I wish they hadn't done the old T-cut crotch here. I wish they had just done, like, I understand they're $15 figures, but I just, not that Batman, the 60s Batman needed to have the most dynamic poses. I just think that they sold the line short by not giving him,
Nothing should use
yeah,
that.
He does. I absolutely disagree with that. I mean, he is part of the dynamic duo.
I mean,
it's funny they were able to use that short sculpt so quick again.
Oh God, that waist! Oh crap!
Yeah, she was good looking back in the day.
Speaking of Batman, have you guys noticed that the Batman toys are hitting shelves like super early?
I saw the Penguin today.
Yeah.
Is it that early? Doesn't the movie come out soon?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, it is? I thought it was like way down the road.
I think
You're just so used to hearing that a movie's coming out and getting pushed and then gets pushed back 6 months, and then the movie comes out and gets pushed back 6 months. Morpheus.
Is that going to be on HBO Max?
Morpheus.
No, it's in theaters only. I'm sorry, it comes out March 4th.
That's still soon.
So,
that's still 3 weeks.
That's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All 3 hours of it.
So 2 weeks, not next week.
I am looking forward to that. I'm gonna go see it.
I'm gonna wait for people to give impressions because 3 hours is a long movie.
Oh wow, that is, yeah.
Go watch it. I bet it's going to be interesting. But
Also,
they don't. These don't
Wasn't
have
No Way
2
Home like
point
3 hours long?
Wasn't what?
close.
No Way Home, that was 3 hours long, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know what the movie was going to be. Like, you knew what the characters are going to be like. You're getting a whole new take on Batman. And if there's one thing I don't like, it's origin stories. I'm tired of origin stories.
Well, they made I thought someone had mentioned they made a point to say that this movie is not a Batman origin story. That I mean, it shows his early years, but they don't dredge into the same stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. Well,
that's the one thing I have to give the Spider-Man movies. They never did the whole Uncle Ben getting shot thing again. I was so thankful not to see that ever again.
The Edward Norton Hulk just kind of glimpsed over stuff in the opening credits, so it was like ambiguous whether or not it was a sequel to the 2003 Hulk.
I mean, I like that. I mean,
you know, just tell you everything you need to know in a flash. You know, oh, he's the Hulk and he's on the run. That's it. That's all you need to know. So
we shouldn't be seeing Martha and Pearls again.
Right.
We saw that even in Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway,
so
none of us really buying any of these. Next.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got a gaming wave. We've already seen the Arkham Knight. We talked about him last week, but we're getting an Injustice, Yellow Flash, and or Reverse Flash. I'm sorry, and the Green Arrow.
Reverse Flash is ugly as fuck. Green Arrow looks pretty nice, actually.
But which direction is he looking?
He is looking, but it makes sense with Green Arrow because he's doing this.
I also think it's funny that Arkham Knight can come with removable grenades
and not a gun.
Yeah,
it's absolutely not a gun. It's a grappling hook.
Yeah.
And those are smoke bombs, not grenades. They're smoke bombs.
So Green Arrow, you can see here. Let's see if we can get a better close up of the. Definitely got the side eye going on.
But it works with a bow and arrow.
But he doesn't have an arrow, does he?
He's got a quiver and he's got a chunk.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an arrow. So what's the point? Unless you have you paint a toothpick green.
Well, since it's made out of plastic, he would never be able to hold it right anyway.
That's not a good reason to just give up, T. You don't just give up.
The DC Icons actually did a proper bow and arrow.
Oh no, I can't click past that.
NECA God of War. Atreus had a good bow and arrow.
What the hell happened?
It looks like Toy Ark is getting DDoSed here.
I think that we brought so many viewers to the page that they bombarded it.
There we go.
Sorry, Toy Ark. It was our fault.
That looks ugly as fuck.
Now it may look ugly as fuck, but you got to give it kudos for the amount of effects pieces you're getting here.
The regular Flash has those same effect pieces.
He does? Oh, well then.
It looks a lot better.
Oh, they didn't even paint his back.
I was gonna say all those like veiny red effects just kind of stop. Like his ass doesn't have that. Really? He doesn't have a veiny ass.
Oh, that's bad.
Does he have any lighthouse gummies?
He might.
He might.
I am as I said, Arkham Knight. I might get because he's technically not a Batman. Womack. He's not a Batman.
Spoiler alert: he's a Red Hood.
This is a hard pass.
Okay,
all three of them.
Yeah, I have no interest. I mean, I like some of the sculpt work on Green Arrow, but I never mained him in the game.
Oh, I did main him in the game. So.
I like the way Green Arrow looks, but I don't like the side eye. So.
Face the paint on Reverse Flash's face looks fine, and then everything else is like. But yeah. Well, we got one more gaming article to talk about here. Jada. I'm sorry, not Jada Toys. Jazzwares. They are doing modern Sonic figures, and these actually look kind of interesting. I like.
$50.
They're how much?
$50.
Oh yeah, it's like the other one. So they had, and that other one actually got the classic Sonic is actually on clearance right now. It's on Amazon for $23.
Now, we're talking about Hasbro doing price increases. That original classic Sonic was $30, and then it jumped up to $50 the next time they released it.
Yeah.
Well, you are getting a hell of a lot though for that.
It's only 6 inches tall.
How much is that Bumblebee you just got, Matt, from 3-0?
I'm still looking up Lighthouse gummies.
Oh, you get a base, you get all the faces.
$65 for that Bumblebee.
That was less, and that's less than 6 inches tall.
No.
And this has more accessories and a display base. I'm just pointing it out.
I like that Jax is, one, they're marketing this to an older crowd, and two, they're actually trying to present it as a premium product.
That's what I'm saying. I'm actually giving this credit here. They're trying to make it worth $50.
It's not like this is going to show up in the kids' toy aisle. I mean, I think it's a smart move for Jax. I have no experience with that classic Sonic.
I do. It looks like it has the same articulation, and that's nothing to write home about it.
Mm-hmm. It'll fall over a lot.
How much articulation does a Super 7
$60 Bumblebee have? A lot.
No,
Yeah.
a Super
And all the
7
paint that it has.
I was saying a Super 7 Ultimates. Actually, I was making a comparison to that.
No.
They have pretty good amounts of articulation. They're
Yeah, this looks on the same level as that.
Yeah. That's where I'm going with this. I'm actually comparing this to a Super 7.
I mean, Sonic has
have more accessories though.
Sonic has a pretty big fan base. I'm glad to see them get something that's kind of like the equivalent of like what Figuarts would have done for Mario, and probably also would have charged the same price for better or worse. Do I think this is worth $60 or $50? No, but I understand why it is, and I think compared to the $10 figures, especially with the movie coming out, and people are digging well, I shouldn't say people are digging the Sonic Colors remake because it had a lot of issues, but there are a lot of people that excuse it. But there's a pretty big fan base for Sonic out there, and I think it's cool. They're getting
better than Nindoroid.
Yeah. Now, if they were to do a Metal Sonic, I might be interested. If they do like classics Metal Sonic and premium deco, I'd be interested. And yeah, Nendoroids are basically Mr. Potato Heads.
Yeah. These are similar because you take the face off, but the way they're made is better because you can actually articulate them without their arms or legs falling off.
Yeah, I bet the knuckles will look pretty good when they make it.
Yeah. Well, next up, we've got an interesting one. We're getting a lot of Ninja Turtles reissues. We're getting vehicles. We're getting the main characters reissued. I never thought we'd see these. This is coming from Playmates, because Playmates, what else are they doing? Hey, the concept art for the new Ninja Turtles series actually has leaked onto the internet. I don't hate it. It looks kind of like a return to the Nickelodeon show from a few years back, although
Logan's producing it, so it's got to.
Yeah. So I'm hoping like Playmates can kind of step it up and actually save themselves here. But the sports turtles, I mean, were these figures that people loved?
Left on pegs? Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. They left them on pegs.
Yeah, because I remember these always being prevalent, like when I was a kid. Like I remember these and the Star Trek turtles not really selling all that great. Certain Games Go says my son has an entire wave of those $10 Sonic figures. He loves them. Man, kids love Sonic. But yeah, these things, like I just don't know. I don't know if there's a market for them. I think I got a couple of these as gifts because they were they were on clearance, and it's like, hey, here's a birthday. Hey, here you go.
I heard you like turtles.
Yeah, I heard you like turtles. So
I like turtles.
Sorry. I mean,
Now,
I
if they
can understand
reissued
the
the
Jordan
Star
one.
Trek
That's
set,
about
I'd
it.
probably get them because I don't have the full set.
yeah,
That's it. I of all those, the only one that would possibly get would be the basketball. Would be the Jordan one
yeah, that's
because
not,
it's freaking Jordan.
yeah, a cool homage.
Yeah. Anyway, next. I
All
think
right.
Joe said he might get some, but we got to. We don't want to lose Jordan. We don't want to lose Joe.
Well, next up we've got some Toilers. Toiler alert. This is another Marvel SH Fig Arts, and we get to look at Lady Thor and yeah, and
Interesting.
Thor from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Matt Boobs.
So we talked about how Fig Arts needed to step their game up. We looked at the Doctor Strange. I think it was last week. Here we're seeing a little bit more of that carryover. We got soft good capes on both of these. The paintwork actually looks pretty good. On the Jane Foster Thor here, I mean, they're not, helmeted head. You don't really have to do all that much. I'm not sure that's a successful Natalie Portman likeness though. Like they got Benedict Cumberbatch like down pat.
Can you zoom in on that?
Can I?
That looks a little like Nicolas Cage with long hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a man.
I see Nicolas Cage.
Let me see if we can get a better look at that.
I mean, I'm not getting her, but my biggest concern with that figure is actually the hip skirt stuff.
Yeah.
Will that allow for articulation?
Yeah, exactly. That's going to restrict big time.
Yeah.
Thor looks decent, but again, that doesn't look like Chris. That doesn't look like Chris Helmsworth.
Yeah.
Are they
Mayfix has that
bypassing the whole fact that he was like still fat and with the Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of Endgame?
Well, because the movies are now in different orders, they have to reshuffle things.
Yeah.
Because Guardians got pushed back, so their original plans were scrapped. So to answer your question, I don't know how they'll explain it. But
James Gunn had that whole thing of being fired by Marvel, then rehired again real quick.
Remember when Thor lost his eye and they quickly gave him a new eye in the next movie?
Yes, but they actually gave him the new eye in the next movie.
All he's got to do is like drink an anti-fat potion, and then.
I'm just saying they literally said, "Here, have an eye." So I'll give that I gave a pass on because we actually saw them. I mean, he looked cool with an eye patch,
right? And it was part of a running gag, which is kind of cool. So,
but he did look good with the eye patch.
Yeah, as good as that Doctor Strange looked. Yeah, this is. It's like,
and in 5 years, Mayfix will come out with better ones.
Yeah, or you can just get soft good capes for your Marvel Legends.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Next.
All right. Next up, we've got. Should I do that? Should I do the third party? We'll do the third party spawn. So it's interesting. Been talking to Kevin on the side. It's like one of the things that you see more and more anymore is these third party Hot Toys figures popping up. And Dave, you found one that looks particularly interesting. I'm just trying to get the link up here. And
Matt, you okay?
Just keeping myself entertained.
I was like, okay, who's down there and what is she wearing?
Nobody. I'm by my lonesome. Well, little like arachnid penises here.
That's 6. It's got 4 hands.
Yeah, and Gene Simmons tone, but it's fine.
It's 6-inch. So,
remember,
yeah,
if
Dave,
it isn't flared, it doesn't go there.
Dave found this, and this is from. Is this okay? War Story is the third party company.
How is this only $172?
Trying to
because Hot Toys doesn't sell them.
And it is big, by the way. I saw a picture of that compared to a 1/6 scale figure.
Yeah, there's that picture's in here compared.
Okay. I mean, this is a highlight piece.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a put in your Ditolf on the top shelf.
Ooh, I like how you said that with some spice. A Ditolf.
It's Ditolf.
Ditolf.
Like a Joe Dirte.
Dirte.
I'm
Ditolf.
curious.
Joe
curious,
Crabbe.
like, I guess
If
they're
I
doing
had
like a ton of wires in the cape.
I
If it
guess,
had
but
DC
how? How is this $172? I don't understand.
It's not licensed.
There you go.
Like
Wow.
even the TV League stuff is this price, but once they slapped the DC logo and Wonder Woman's head on it, it goes up to Hot Toys prices.
Now, I'm assuming McFarlane would never work with the likes of Sideshow or Hot Toys, just, because he has his own toy company. You guys ever wonder whether or not he would do like a high end?
Well, remember that because there's that third party 1/6 scale Deathstroke that came out that has a different name, who of course is packed with a ton of guns.
Yes.
So no, this is Todd's probably kicking a file cabinet right now.
Is Spawn really this tall?
Well, that's a 1/6 scale, so yeah, that's.
I mean, compared to a
huge.
regular human.
Oh
He's saying it's Spawn, the character, that tall compared to a human that size.
No. And as I said, this is
That's
definitely
ridiculous.
But it says it's 1/6 scale though.
I don't
What's going
think he's
on here,
actually
Dave?
a real character though. I think he's
You think he's fictional?
He's larger than
he's
life.
fictional, so not much to compare against.
I'm seriously considering this because again, that would just look so good as as just a solo display piece.
Kev, if you're still in the chat, chime in on this thing.
The question is, it being like a third party thing, are they showing you like really amazing looking pictures, and then when you get it, it's like, oh, did I get this from Wish.com, and that's why it's $170?
TM Reviews, I would like to zoom in, but I'm gonna need to find this on another site.
So, Joe, the quick answer to that is that a lot of these third party 1/6 scale companies does stuff as good or better than Hot Toys. I don't know about this company in particular, but I know a lot of the Joker figures and they do one-off versions of characters that you don't otherwise get versions of, and the reviews I've seen have always been extremely favorable.
Let's see here.
About the only thing I thought was a complaint was Miles had weak ankles. The Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales.
Right, and that might be accurate to the character. He might have weak ankles.
And the body proportions weren't movie accurate. He looked like a real teenage boy instead of the stylized teenage.
I'm a real boy.
Now, I'm curious too. Like they don't do like their whole splayed out. Hey, here's all the like. A lot of this looks like renders to me, or at least heavily photoshopped. Like these guns are definitely renders.
Yeah, Kevin. So Kevin even says he's buying it, and the third party scene is getting really good on this stuff. Kev, you got a third party humanoid Mega Man figure recently, didn't you? I saw it in one of your hauls and thought it was extremely interesting. Proto Man. It was a Proto Man that you got. I looked up the price on it. It was like $600, and I'm like, it's not something I'm not interested in, but it looked cool. I'm talking to Kevin in the chat randomly. Anyway, yeah. So Spawn. I'm sorry, not Spawn.
Immortal Hero. You buy as a standalone since it's insane.
That's what I've been saying. I'm gonna put this as a standalone.
Let me ask you this: how much was the Kickstarter Spawn?
$60.
Yeah.
60?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Kickstarter. Okay, the Kickstarter Spawn is like the goddamn Bitcoin of action figures. You spent like $60, and you can still flip them for $100.
Right. I just the price is really like. Is that just the pre-order price and he's more expensive, or is that the whole price? Jordan, can you buy this and tell us what they charge you at the end?
No, I'm not buying this.
No.
I would like to have that, but I have the Kickstarter Spawn still, and I don't need this. I don't need a.
It's fine that you don't need it. Just buy it and see what they charge you. And
I'd be
Look at those
curious, but I'm trying to think about where all my non-transformers are going to go. Still, I haven't even gotten to that point of unpacking.
I can't.
on top of the arcades.
No,
I need to
nothing's
get
going on
if
top of
I
the
get this
arcades.
if I get this, I need to get a third glass case because that is
I'm seriously considering it because that price is almost too good to be true. And Toys
Matt, will you
Wonderland, by the
buy
way,
it
the
and tell me how
website.
much they charge you.
By the way, Toys Wonderland is a legit site. One of the Justin's Collectibles reviews hot toys and gets from here all the time. So that's a legit site, in case anybody's wondering.
Good to know. All right. Last up on the dock, we got some Star Wars stuff to talk about. The Cad Bane Amazon
That Bane
exclusive
good.
went up today and sold out before I even had a chance to get one. Matt, were you able to?
I have the original Clone Wars version. I haven't seen Bad Batch, so I was cool skipping this.
No, he's going to be on. They're going to do a Mando version.
They don't deserve any of this. I mean, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I felt like they destroyed. They had a lot of opportunity with this character in the Book of Boba Fett, and that last episode really just kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah, but that we'll talk offline because there's something that you missed. Then, if you're worried about that, we'll talk.
Well, the whole episode was. I mean, yeah, in particular around him. Maybe I might have missed something, but I still don't think he was used all that great. Not when you look at how well that he was introduced in the episode before, 2 episodes before. Like,
yeah, just the one before.
It's like you started off at 11 and then you took it all the way down to a 1.
I only had one major criticism. Can we talk spoiler on Book of Boba Fett yet?
I mean, I haven't watched it yet, so
we'll hold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's absolutely nothing to do with Book of Boba Fett and Cad Bane at all. So let's not worry about that.
Yeah. I mean, I will see it. I'm just gonna watch it in a clip, but yeah, I know he's in there because of course the day that episode happened, I made the mistake of going on Facebook and people were making memes of the live action one. So I was like, oh, thank you.
So this version is Bad Batch inspired.
Correct.
And this and the next character, again, I watched Robo's video and I kind of agree with him.
Oh,
this
God,
is Hasbro's way of getting these characters out and it's not the way you want them, but it's the way they had available. So I'm not getting either one of them, but I appreciate that they're a thing that exists.
Well, let's talk about the other character because I got a soapbox on this.
Well, first though, with this one was specifically designed for Bad Batch. He looks just like the part. He's good. If you are a fan of the show, this was a must-have. Amazon exclusives are always kind of like next level, like that Chewie and 3PO. The Palpatine set, the speeder with the Baby Yoda and the Scout Trooper, all good stuff. This one, good stuff.
Yeah. As I said, I put thumbs up on this guy.
Thumbs up on the Bad Batch Cad Bane.
What the hell happened here?
That's not what the fuck was that? What's going on here? What have you done?
You know what?
Have you jumped into the future?
Funny enough, I didn't copy a number here.
Is this Younglings? What's happening?
I'm not sure what's going on. Let me make sure I got that link right.
Book of Boba Fett is basically Mandalorian season 2.5.
It's all part of the same story. It's fine.
Yeah.
Trying to get
it's really good until the last episode.
Well, okay. Mandalorian was also in it, and what's her name? Ming Na was absolutely amazing in it.
I don't think that's what we're looking for either.
I mean, you're close.
I am
very
close. That's not the link I had either. But here we go. The bounty, the Bring Home the Bounty event.
There is one serious crucial flaw with Krishik black hair.
Wrong armor.
Not even that. No.
Well, no. Well, there's a lot, but yeah, go on, Dave.
They gave the new face sculpt. I mean, again, they pulled that art from one issue. But if they were gonna, I mean, you look at that comic. Yeah, it should be a new figure altogether. First of all,
Yeah.
But even
So it's like IG-11.
But they
Pretty
could have.
much.
They should have painted his knuckles silver.
They should have redid the whole figure, like you said.
Yeah,
He doesn't look like that comic image or the show.
Exactly. In fact, the Black Series Chewbacca is sort of small anyway, and this dude is supposed to tower over Chewie.
Yes, I have a lot of gray hair.
This guy is just...
God damn, I am old. Yes, I know. I'm old.
The armor's unpainted. Somebody said the armor looks like it was 3D printed. And
Somebody on my Facebook friends list was actually repainting the armor. I want to say it was. Let me see.
But yeah, he should be having silver knuckles because he's got. I mean, if you read the comic, he was a gladiator, and they actually freaking
surgically inserted knuckle dusters, electrified knuckle dusters. Yeah.
No, it was Star Wars Customs shared it.
Yeah,
and they actually made the figure.
If you have a 3D printer and you have a spare Chewie figure, you don't have to wait till September 2026 or whenever this is coming out. Like, you can have him tomorrow.
I know.
Again, this is not meant to be the Book of Boba Fett version of this character. This is meant to be the comic book version.
It still doesn't look like the comic book.
It still doesn't, but again, they get a mulligan, they get a redo on the Book of Boba Fett version. And I don't know what happened with Black Series. Like, I think you guys that do toy hunting can back me up that Black Series does not exist in retail at the moment.
It's like G.I. Joe was last year.
Yeah, it's taking a fucking powder and it's gone. And then all of these releases that they're pre-ordering for is a year out. Like, what the hell is going on?
It's so uncanny to how G.I. Joe was last year. Like, you can find it online, you can find it scalped, you can find it in GameStop, but it's figures you already have or figures you don't want. And when you go to mass retail, it's the 3 3/4 inch figures.
Yeah, and I want that Lando figure, but at this point I'm not buying it out of spite.
Yeah,
because I see it everywhere.
He's everywhere. I watched Kato's Toy Hunt, and Kato's in South Carolina, and like now, granted, he had a couple Bad Batch figures in his Target, but they had like 8 Landos.
That's what mine says right now, like 7.
And it's like I love Lando, but like I said, I'm just hedging my bets. I'm not going to be like I'm going to buy Lando because it's doing the right thing. It's like, nah, I'm going to buy Lando when he's $8.
Right. Meanwhile, like that should have stayed full price for months and hasn't budged.
Yeah.
I scan him every time I see him, and bum bum 22.
Go on the website. It might be cheaper, like the Eternals.
Yeah, let me try that. You mean the Target website?
Yeah.
All right.
These vintage collection figures do look nice, though. The Axe Woves figure here.
Oh wait, these are vintage.
Yeah, these are vintage. And the Casca Reeves, which, interestingly enough, I guess since it's so small, you can't tell it's Sasha Banks' likeness.
He's $18.99.
Yeah, and that other picture, the closer up one, I thought it was the 6 inch. I was like, why were they showing her again? Just like where is she? This.
Yeah.
Up close, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I think it's real. Let me go back. Let's see how Casca is on the box art here. Because so she's masked there. It's interesting that for Miggs, like that's Bill Burr. Like that's just a real fucking picture of Bill Burr right there. Like honestly, I of all the ones I'd get, I think I might pick this up for the novelty of it. I'm a big Bill Burr fan, so it would be just kind of funny to have
I kind of wanted his character when they raided the prison ship.
I think that's the better costume to have. I mean, the Morak one, it's just like it's one episode, and it's like you kind of need the Jinjarin in like the same armor. I mean, basically, it's just the equivalent of, hey, we stole trooper armor.
Well, starting from this wave and moving forward, it looks like you don't even need to collect the 6-inch ones anymore, because these have the same articulation as the 6-inch, and the face likeness is exactly the same.
You know, I was thinking, because and this kind of segues into something I wanted to talk about. You know, on Patriot Prime's channel the other night, they talked about like what's going to price you out of collecting, you know, with everything going up. And yeah, I happen to wonder, like, is this kind of like their end game? I mean, like, we're seeing the return of core class figures. And I was talking to Deluxe about it. I was like, what's stopping them from taking characters that are traditionally leaders, like Ultra Magnus, doing him as a deluxe, and then surrounding like supporting cast as core class? I mean, the cost of everything going up. Are they just gonna try and get collectors to buy smaller figures?
Or Ultramax could be a Voyager class.
He could be.
Optimus is a deluxe.
You know.
Oh,
But are they
well,
gonna-
he's a deluxe class size figure, but the armor makes him Voyager class.
Well, I just happened to think about it because like the last time things got tight, you kind of saw characters shrink. Like Transformers Prime, a lot of characters that were traditionally larger figures were sold as Voyagers. Like we had a Voyager Ultra Magnus, and you know Prime was, you know, himself was, I think, the first time a Voyager, not a leader class figure.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes me wonder. And you know, it's like in times of bad economy, you kind of start to see a push towards smaller figures. Remember in the 90s, Micromasters were the thing.
That's true.
They've been shrinking, period, to be honest.
But I mean, as the cost of the 6-inch figures come up, I mean, 6-inch figures were almost kind of a luxury when they came about. Like I remember when the Black Series first came out, because historically, what I remember, Star Wars were always 3 and 3, you know, 3 3/4.
As
And
a
then
joke.
you had like, yeah, you know, then you had the like the doll-like figures that came about. But Black Series was interesting. It's like, oh hey, we're doing Star Wars in a 6-inch scale aimed at collectors.
I remember when Black first came out. That was like that was definitely a game changer.
Yeah, and that packaging was eye-catching as hell. Like the black and orange.
Mm-hmm. And then all you saw were slave Leias all down the aisle.
Yeah, now what's she worth today?
True.
You know, if I could go back, it's like I would buy all those up when they were like $6 at Target. You know, it's not even really a good likeness. It's the old style of paint.
This, by the way,
Yeah.
I stopped. That's
Yeah.
I've been priced. I have officially been priced at a masterpiece. So official masterpiece.
Kevin confuses me because he buys every freaking thing, but that's figures cost too much.
Well, you know, it's like there's something to be said too about it. If like you don't get to mess with all your figures, you know, I don't know how MISB collectors do it. I mean, I've been trying to source, and if anybody knows where I can get one, not the inside of the knee for Masterpiece Hot Rod, the outside. So I had the black repaint of Masterpiece Hot Rod, and the outer casing of the lower part of the knee just exploded on me. It was just standing. Like I've never transformed that figure. I took it out of the box. You know, I'd moved. I took it out of the box. I sat it on the shelf, and I was like, his knee looks funny. I took him over to my bar under bright light, and I was like, huh, that's weird. I touched the knee, and the piece popped off, and I saw like the post that connects the two. And again, this is the parts that go outside of the knee joint. Everybody always had these issues where the knee joint would break or strip or whatever. And for me, it was like the friggin' post snapped off inside the knee. And whatever plastic they used on the old style of masterpieces before they settled on the current scale, you can't bond it, you can't weld it, you can't glue it. It's like resistant to all that, and it's brittle as shit. So my best course of action is to find a junker. So if anybody knows where I can get a junker Rodimus or just that knee part, let me know. But not to to get back on track. It's just like, for figures that price that are that engineered, do you want to spend that sort of money on something that's just gonna, you're gonna find it and it's broken because it was over engineered?
That's, hate to say it. I mean, that's why I'm one of the many reasons why I'm out. So,
Mhm.
All right. Anything left?
Well, I think that's it. I would like to revisit that whole topic another day, but I think that'll do it for tonight's show. If anybody else has anything,
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, again, thanks to everybody in the audience who chimed in tonight. We love chatting with you. We love that you guys are here. Make sure you go back to slam that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and drop a comment if you're not watching us live. I'm going to try and check out some of the comments, for those that can't make the live show. Again, I want to wish Sportimus well. Hope he's recovering well and getting some rest. Miss you, pal. We'll see you here next week, and we'll see you all here next week, live 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Figure Action Network, Figure Action Podcast channel.
Figure Action Network. That's right. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Eventually.
We got goals. We got goals. FAN.
FAP.
We're
Peace
FAP
out.
now.
Take care.
We'll be FAP fans.